I just threw a battery into this thing, just quickly. I just put a gas tank into it, but apparently this gas tank is too big for that bracket. And no, that is not fuel on the floor, that's just water and Mother Nature. But she started up, she drove just fine, even with the broken axle, she drove just fine. But I'm looking at this car going, what on earth am I doing fixing this? The frame is split all the way up the front. Both sides, as you can see, this side here is kind of gone a bit. You can see it pulling apart. Frame's completely crushed over on itself and then destroyed. Oh. Should I even bother to put a bumper on this thing? I don't know. This car is disgusting. Why did I keep you all winter? Maybe because you run fantastic. My plan was to put that Dodge Magnum bumper on the front of this, but honestly, I don't have any faith in this front end. I am thinking maybe just throw on the Hyundai Santa Fe bumper, because I have zero expectations for that Santa Fe. I actually kind of expect that Dodge Magnum bumper, or Charger, however you want to look at it, I actually expect that bumper to do something. And it'd be just a waste to put it onto this car. Look at it, the frame rail has split all the way back. All the way back. Horrible. Junk. But she does run pretty good. Let's hear this baby purr. Okay. Fires right up. Runs great. So that's the reason why I kept this piece of junk. Oh, so I'm gonna have to rework my feelings on this car. Jeez. I'm gonna have to do something to that frame rail. I'm gonna have to at least tack it back together or something. The rules where I'm going are pretty bland, so a lot of this stuff that I want to do to these cars isn't really gonna fly too well, but I don't even think I'm going to bother to put a radiator into this thing. I think I just might try to loop my lines. Who knows, that might work. Maybe just put a... because realistically, the rad support is completely out of this car. Completely garbaged. I think I'm just going to loop my lines, put a hood stack, call her a day. Maybe find an old radiator that's got a little bit of a leak that I can deal with, just fill it up with water, let her leak out everywhere. But, like I said, I was going to put this Charger bumper onto it. Well, sorry, Magnum bumper. I was going to put this Magnum bumper onto it. But I just honestly think it'd be too big of a waste. So, I think the bumper we're going to put onto it is this Hyundai Santa Fe bumper. Now, what is special about this? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It weighs... I'm going to put it at about 8 pounds, maybe 7 pounds. This bumper, I'm going to maybe put it around 10, 11. This thing here, it's just got a couple extra body lines. I have zero expectations for this. Oh, why am I even fixing this hunk of junk? Hunk of junk. Needs an axle, needs tires. Oh, what a piece of crap. Well, I welded the bumper on there. Surprisingly, it looks a little bit better than what I thought it was going to, but my expectations are still going to be zero for this bumper. Honestly, this derby is like 4 days away. I'm working 10 hours a day, and as of right now, it's on a Friday night. I don't even know if I can make it to the demolition derby. And I don't even know why I've saved this car this long. I don't know. I'm just not really feeling this derby. I don't really care for it, to be honest. I care for the demolition derbies, but I'm just so tired. I've been working every day. That's about all I can do tonight, because it's getting to be about 9:30 at night, and I got to be up at 4 again tomorrow morning. It does not even go on the rail. It's legitimately got 2 inches of weld there, maybe 2 inches there, and then the same on this side. But the frame is junk, the bumper's junk, the rad support's junk. If the subframe was still good, I wouldn't do this. I'd just save the subframe, but the subframe's gone. So let's just send it. Oh, so much work left to be done, and I've only got like 2 more days to do it, maybe 3. But, oh well. Thanks everybody for watching. We got a bumper on Project Heart Attack, but I think that this heart attack's going to lead to a cardiac arrest for this thing. Hopefully I can kill this car so I can scrap it, and then just take my motor transmission back out again, because everything else is pretty much junk inside this thing. Pretty much junk. I've got some work done to Project Heart Attack while you guys were gone. I did an axle, so now this side here has 92 to 96 axle in it. So that's 92, and that's 92. Anyway, all those parts are on this side. But to do that, I didn't have a spare old body axle, so I had to take everything out of this side and put a new body axle into it. So I'm running... You guys ready for this? This car here is a 95, which makes it old body, 92 to 97. Which means this car should have distributor. But it doesn't. It has coil packs because I put a 99 motor into it. But when I put this motor into it, I didn't have any new body axles. So I put old body axles. So they had 92 to 96 axles on both sides, a 98 motor. But I also didn't have a newer motor mount, so I put an old body motor mount into this. But now, I have an old body car, a new body motor, old body passenger side, new body driver side, and old body motor mounts. This thing is just a cluster of miscellaneous parts thrown all into one. But, you want to know what she does? You guys want to know what this car does? This car runs. And this car runs good. So that's why we kept it. Turn these blinding blue lights off. Sorry if you guys have seizures. But we're almost ready for the Derby this weekend. I still have to build a kit to loop these lines because I'm not going to get a radiator inside here. And nor do I really want to waste one. So we're going to build some kind of line loop kit. We're going to check the oil because the dipstick is melted off of this thing and I highly doubt you can even pull it out. So we're going to be trying to check the oil and transmission fluid just to try to make this thing last a little bit better in the demolition derby. And then I got to put the hood on. Actually, the rules state that I have to have the hood. So we're going to be cutting a huge section out of this hood just to make it so I can actually get it on, because all the hinges are busted off of it. Both sides, the hinges broke right off. So I'm really not sure what kind of good the hood's going to do, but the rules say I have to have it at the beginning of the demolition derby. So I'm going to put a hood back onto it just so I pass the rules. But I don't know. Let's get going on this hunk of junk. This car here is actually starting to look like a car. I kind of thought this thing was going to be horrible, but with the hood back on it and a radiator back in, which this will be my first time actually running a copper core radiator, since out of a Toyota. I just 9-wired it in. Maybe I should have put a better bumper on it, but every time I think that, I look back at the frame and say no. Seatbelts will be done a lot differently when I get to the show, is just to hold the hood closed till I get there. We got the battery in and strapped down, got the wiring all cleaned up, still to put a fire extinguisher. We got the gas tank swapped out and tied down the right way. Things left to do is GoPro mount on the roof, GoPro mount on the inside, fire extinguisher, kind of clean out some of the sticks. I've taken the Sawzall and cut a lot of the steel away from the rear tires. Where this thing is going, it's going to be very, very muddy. So I do not want anything to start trying to slow this car down. So as much tire clearance as possible, some aggressive tires up there in the front. But, oh my god, I'm actually pretty impressed with how this car has come back to life. Like 2 hours ago, I was thinking I was going to scrap this thing because of what it looked like, but I just couldn't do it. Oh well. Well, you guys ready for the demolition derby that this car is going to go to? It's going to be in Mount Forest on Friday night. Today might be Friday, I'm not sure what day this video is going up. But she's going to be derby, and then we'll have an aftermath coming up. Just so everybody knows, I have zero faith in this bumper. Repeat, zero faith in this bumper. I'm just going to go there and wreck this car. I don't think I'm going to pull out a win. I don't even think I'm going to pull out a top 3, to be honest. But that's what I do. I go there to put on a show, and I go there to entertain you guys building these cars. And just want to say thank you for everybody for watching. And I know that this car's been going back and forth here in the shop for the last 5 months. So it's going to be nice to finally see this thing die. Hopefully it gets to the point where it's garbage after this weekend. I really don't want to keep fixing it. I kind of need that motor for other projects as well, even though I got a lot of other motors coming out. It'd be nice to get another one that I know is a good motor with a good transmission. So, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow.